Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Quarterback checking off. On second down, he'll fire. Getting some heat. But a little time, lets it go. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position, starting the drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that run.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
That's a great example of a defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. On 3rd and goal, you'd really hate to waste this great field position by settling for a field goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Plows through the defense. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
Pulls his way forward. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down.
1st down. Physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He'll run it again. He breaks a tackle. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Give to Brown. Oh, what a move! And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the ground. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's reeled in. It's key. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He's looking to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Now adjusting. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
After that last completion, it's second down. Running to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Going up top on first down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They took it 71 yards down the field. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. I mean, the quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal. This one a 41-yarder. Absolute shame. Missed it. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on out.
And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in his zone.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to get the W.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. He'll take it himself. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running. Like when it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation. Like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
And the Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll go with a direct snap. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now. You're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, TCU 21, Oklahoma 10.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Brown has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down and run.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
The give on 4th down. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the toss. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Arrow!
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Ready, set!
Now on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
Moves! Razor!
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, TCU.
Ready?
8th play of the drive coming up.
Ringo! Lasso! Logger!
From the gun, running back on the move. Open space at the 25. Jumped on top of the pile. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And such a great job using his feet, being smart. You got the lead in this football game. Don't force the ball down the field. Gets the scramble, gets the first down. What a clutch play in the 4th quarter.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field.
Clear! Belly stutter! Under!
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Horned lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of the game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win. Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They want to just keep throwing it. Pressure coming. Keeps it and gets the first down. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
This time it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Muscling ahead on third and short. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Sooners will have it first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Escapes trouble. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Buys a little extra time. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now...
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Off the play fake on first down. He lets it fly. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves,